Hi everyone, this is Alex from Top Betting Sites Nigeria, and this is going to be a video about Linebet. Linebet is, you can say, a completely new name in the local betting scene. So they haven't been in Nigeria until 2024. So this is really the first year when they're available to local sports fans. Now, first of all, I would like to mention that since Linebet is new in the local scene, they don't yet have a local license. So at the moment, they operate under a national gaming Curacao license, but obviously, I expect them to obtain a local license in the near future. Nonetheless, they have integrated all the local payment methods, and you can use Naira as the main account currency, which is, well, one of the most important things for most local sports fans. Now, once we have that out of the way, let's look at the actual website. Let's see how it works. Let's see what you can do here and how to get started. First of all, to get started, you would need to create a user account. Any newcomer does that as the first thing. So let's look at the registration process. You can see quite a few different registration options. Registering by phone, with your phone number, registering using your email address, or you can even sign in using a social media network or an instant messaging app like Telegram. You can use Twitter or X. You can use your Google account. Obviously, the go-to option for me personally is one-click registration, because that is literally a one-click registration. All you have to do is just press one button and you're good to go. Let's see how this works. One thing I want to share with you at this stage is our exclusive promo code. And if you've been reading our website or if you've been watching our videos, you know that we quite often have exclusive promo codes that you can use to get an extra warm welcome. And this is also the case here. So the promo code is, as always, 100NGN. You can enter this on the registration page and then you can hit the register button. But please be mindful that this is only applicable to you if you are a new player here. This is what you'll get once your account is all set. So your username will be generated for you as well as your new password. So make sure to save your username as password. You can see the button here. You can have it saved as a picture on your phone. You can have it saved as a file on your phone. You can send it to your email address, or you can just copy and paste it somewhere. I recommend doing several of these things just to make sure you don't lose it in the future, because you will need it. Now, the next thing that I'd recommend doing if you have a spare minute after you created your account is probably complete your profile, because it does not have any information yet. So if you ever lose access to your account, you will not be able to regain it, because there are no contact details on file. Make sure to add your phone number, make sure to add your email address. If you have some time, add your personal details too, because all of that will be required for you to, first of all, secure your account, and second of all, request a withdrawal when you will be ready to withdraw your winnings, of course. Now that your account is all set, and let's imagine that your profile information is also intact, you can make a deposit. You can make a deposit to start playing. Uh, on the registration page, you might have seen that there was a little section about the kind of bonus offer that you want to get. If you're interested in sports betting, then of course you select the sports welcome offer, and it will be automatically credited to your account after you complete your first deposit. Obviously, there are some requirements, but don't worry, we'll get into those in a bit. First, let's look at the payments page and at the different payment options available here. So you can use an instant bank transfer payment, which is probably what most people would want to go with. Again, the minimum amount you need to deposit is quite low. It's just 100 NGN, so it's pretty affordable, I'd say. And if you look at some of the other options, you can see more of them. So you can use a bank card through Verve or through Flutterwave, if that's something you want to do. Then you can also use Perfect Money. I am actually aware that a lot of you might, in different situations, be using Perfect Money vouchers. Leave a comment below if you use them, and maybe we'll give you a better guide and a little bit of the different sportsbook operators that accept Perfect Money. And as usual, you'd always have a good selection of crypto payments available. The minimum amounts that you can deposit using crypto will vary depending on the cryptocurrency you pick, so make sure you check it before trying to deposit. Now, even though it's likely early to talk about withdrawals, it still makes sense to look at this page. As you can see, there is no option to withdraw anything to a Nigerian bank account. So even though you can deposit to using a bank account, you will not be able to withdraw directly to your bank. And this is something that I would like to make sure that you know before you start making any payments. Make sure that you can and that you have access to the withdrawal options listed here. Probably the most user friendly would be crypto payments. If you are using crypto, that's something that you can always rely on. Also, Perfect Money. I know that there are some sportsbook operators like OneWin, for example, that also don't support bank account withdrawals, but they allow you to either withdraw using crypto or Perfect Money, which works for a lot of people, and that's good if that works for you. Now that we covered some of the bits about payments and withdrawals and your account, let's look at the bonus offers and let's look at the different promotions that you can, if you want, take part in. Right, so here on the screen right now, you can see the promotions page which lists all the currently available offers. Let's take a look at the welcome offer that I mentioned earlier in the video. So the type of welcome offer that you're going to get is determined by what you pick on the registration page. So I picked right now sports welcome offer, which is what will be given to this account if I make a deposit. I won't be covering the casino one because we're not really about casinos, we're about sports betting, but you can always read about that on the Linebet website. The amount that you need to deposit in order to trigger this bonus will be always different, and it will depend on the exchange rate, but it will usually be somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 naira. So as long as you make a deposit of at least 1.8 thousand naira, the bonus will be applicable to you and it will be automatically credited to your account. This is a fairly standard offer. You can see it's 100% top up to your deposit, and it can be up to 165,000 naira. Again, depending on the exchange rate, could be either lower or higher, but it will always be around that amount. Now, once you have the bonus funds in your account, they have to be wagered 5 times, and you need to make sure that you wager them using accumulator bets with 3 or more selections. Otherwise, it will not count towards wagering. And the minimum odds for each individual selection on your accumulator bet should be 1.4 or higher. And again, if at least one selection on your bet has odds lower than that, it will not count towards wagering. So please, if you're wagering your bonus, make sure that you fulfill all the conditions listed on this page. We also have a simplified version of this description on our review page on our website. You can find the link in the description below, but everything that you actually might want to know about the bonus can also be found here. If we continue looking at the promotions page, then you might see some additional things like a weekly cashback, and yes, this is a weekly cashback for betting. The amounts change, but generally it's 0.3% of your total betting expenses from the previous week. There is a threshold, but for the most part, I think the minimum is 1.5 thousand naira, if I remember it correctly. Then you have another bonus available, which is called Lucky Monday. This is a weekly offer, similar to the welcome bonus, but with slightly smaller amounts, and it gives you 100% of the first deposit you make every Monday as bonus added to your account. The minimum amount you have to deposit is 1.5 thousand naira, and the bonus itself, I think, can go up to 140,000 naira, which, again, as I mentioned before, will vary depending on the current exchange rate. The wagering conditions are the same, with the only difference being that this bonus has to be wagered within 24 hours, while the welcome offer can be wagered within 1 month. Now, I think this would be a good point to wrap up the review, because I was aiming to just give you a quick run through the website. If you want to know more, you can always visit our website, which is in the link in the description below. You can read about Linebet as well as many other local sports betting websites, and you can find the best one for you. But before we end this, I'd like to tell you that there's also a mobile application for Linebet. The link to download it, as you can see on the screen, is located somewhere around the footer of their website, and you can always find it if you open their website using your phone. The app is available on Apple and on Android. The description of how to install it and some additional information about the app and its requirements can be found on this page. So make sure to give them a read if you're interested in using the app. But in general, the application seems to be an exact copy of the website. So the main benefit you get is that you don't need to open up your browser every time. Otherwise, if you're using the website, you're not really losing out on anything. Yeah, so I'd like to end on this note. If you want to mention something about the review, if you have some information that you need to know but it wasn't in the video, feel free to let me know in the comments. But for now, stay safe, bet safe, and have a lovely rest of the day.